Hello, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's good to see all of you again joining me. Another lecture in how to improve our lives. Usually, again, these videos is designed, of course, I repeat this, is to change our lives because we don't have the right information. And because of that reason, we make mistakes and sometimes some horrible, horrible mistake. And guess what? We have to pay for those mistakes eventually. Those mistakes don't they don't just simply disappear. That's not the way it works. You do something wrong, there's going to be consequences, and you have to fix it. And nobody likes to fix problems. Nobody wants problems to begin with. So to avoid all that, we need to have the right information in order for us to live the life we want to live. Now, everybody's life is different. We all have this struggle in life, okay? Everybody has a struggle. Some of you may say, well, my life sucks. I have this, I don't have that. We all have our individual struggles. And there's a lot of reason behind why we have all these struggles, but we will cover that later on. But again, every human being comes into this world with some kind of a struggle. And the question is, where does this struggle come from? What is the struggle? And this is what the topic is about, is where that struggle is coming from. And that struggle is coming from what is called our character refinement. We're going to be covering, tons of series I'm going to do on character refinement. What is character refinement? Character refinement means that we come into this world raw. Raw means we're born almost just animalistic behavior. We want things. We don't care about people. We're not thinking about people. We're not considerate. We just want things. Just like the way animals behave, that's raw. Okay? That is raw. Because we're operating by the flesh. What our body wants, what we want. What God wants is for us to refine, control the body. By refining, we control the desire or what the body wants, which is the ego. Of course, we all have ego. Who do you think you are talking to? You know who I am? That's your ego. That's your ego. We all have it. Some are greater and some are less, but we all have an ego. Somebody step on your shoes, okay, you're ready to fight. Someone say something you don't like, you're ready to fight. You see, it's all ego. We all have ego. And the one person that did not have an ego in the history of the world was Moses. God called him the most humble man who ever lived, meaning that nobody else can get to him because he was that way. He was humble. He had no ego, you see? And this is what character refinement is. We want to change our natural, raw state we come into this world. But we come into this world with defects as well. We come with defects. How many of you here have anger issues? How many of you hate, lie, cheat, want to fight, right? Drink, smoke, all the things that we know we should not be doing, we are doing them. Why are we doing them? We came here, we have to fix those traits. It's called character refinement, meaning that there's things about us that we need to fix. And you might say, well, how do I know what is wrong with me that I need to fix? The best way to tell or to know is ask, well, usually parents will tell you. Parents will tell you, you know what, you're disrespectful. You got a terrible mouth. You curse too much. You lie, you cheat, whatever the case may be, you don't obey your parents, right? Or you don't listen to me, or you don't show affection, or you cheap, you selfish, you hate people, you're biggest, whatever you want to call it. You see? So it's something that is about us that is other people don't like, that's close to us, that have told us about this, but yet, what did we do? We didn't do anything about it, right? Because why? We're thinking, oh, that's just my mother's talking, that's just my husband or my wife talking or my friend. We blow it off as if it means nothing. The truth is, it means a lot. It is the truth what they are telling you. Why they are telling you this? Because they love you. And God puts them in your path to tell you, this is what you need to work on. This is what you need to work on. Your mom is telling you this, your father's telling you this, your friend's telling you this, your husband is telling you this, your wife is telling you this. This is what you need to work on. Whatever they're on you all the time is one of your character trait you need to fix. That's why you're here for. You're wondering the purpose is to refine to become a humble, loving, understanding human being. Because what makes us different between the animals and a human being is refining our character, softening our traits, softening our flesh, making us more humble. When people meet you, say, whoa, who is this guy? I've never met anyone before like this. Because why? How often do you really meet good people? Think about it. How many good people you can actually say, that's a good person? Very rare these days. These days, it's so difficult to be a good person. Because why? We've been taught, oh, you got to be hard. You got to be this in order to get what you want out of life. Wrong. That's not why you're here for. You got to be arrogant. You got to be tough. You got to be this. You got to be that. Wrong. That's the opposite of what God wants you to be. That's the opposite, because that's not God. Is God arrogance? Is God tough? Is God mean? No, that's not God. So this is the things that you need to consider when you're looking at yourself, you evaluating yourself. You should be doing a self-diagnostic to see, okay, what is it good people are saying about me, what's good, and what is about me people dislike. That's how you do self-diagnostic. Also, pay attention to what people are telling you, what they like or dislike about you. If you're not sure, you can ask your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your best friend. Believe me, somebody knows what your problem is. Your teachers, your husband, your wife, even your own children can tell you what your problem is as a parent. Okay? Because why? They know it's wrong. Internally, we know when something is wrong, right? We can sense something is wrong. We can sense something doesn't feel right. We've been given that gift. It's a gift to guide us to understand this doesn't feel right. Something is wrong with this situation. Something is wrong with what this person is doing. So what do? Do we listen to that? No. We need to pay attention to that. So now, where do I begin when you say, well, character refinement? I need to soften my character. Where do I begin? How do I know what my problem is? The first thing is look at who or what people are saying about you. What is it that you hear from your mother, from your father, from your husband, from your wife, from your children, from your friend? Think about if every one of these people are saying the same thing, that's where you begin. So let's look at an example I'm going to give you, someone who's cheap. And I'm going to tell you a story. There is this rich man, very, very rich guy. He had, I think, $300 million. And he would not give to anybody any money at all. So one day, a holy man came to him and said, look, you have all this money. You have to do something good with that money, because once you leave this world, you're going to pay for not helping, because that money was not given for you to just enjoy. That money was given to you to help other people. That's the purpose of this money. People who are sitting on millions and millions of dollars thinking that they're a genius because they got all this money, those are fools. Why? Again, I had covered this already about wealth. The reason people have wealth is because God says, listen, you're not going to make it up here. You're not going to make it up here. But because I love you, I'm going to give you a way out. I'm going to give you a way out. Because why I'm giving you wealth is this. If you don't make it to heaven, I'm giving you your reward here. Meaning that I'm giving you 300 million, $1 billion, so you cannot say, oh, I never rewarded you. You can't say that, because if I give you $1 billion, who can ever say God did not bless them? Imagine you have $1 billion. Imagine you Bill Gates. Imagine you own Amazon. Can you ever come to God and says, you never blessed me? You can't, right? So it makes sense, right? So you have that much amount of money, you're blessed. You are blessed. Now, why would God give you all that money for? Can you use all this money? No. There's no way you can spend all this money. So that means, hey, then what am I supposed to do with this? The purpose of all this money is that God knows you'll never be able to spend it. But also, you don't know you're not going upstairs. You're not going. But God says, I'm giving you this money for you to decide if you want to go upstairs or you want to just take your reward here and I'm done with you. I'm giving you $1 billion. I give you Amazon. I give you Bill Gates, Warren Buffett money, and I'm done with you. Or you can use that money to help people and then you can come upstairs. This is why people have so much wealth. Those people who have those kind of money, because they're not going to see heaven. But because God is a loving God, He's giving these people a way out of their situation. A way, in other words, you could say they're buying their way into heaven. So God did not completely cut them off. He's giving them that. Remember, they can never say God did not bless them, because if you have $1 billion, you're Bill Gates, you Warren Buffett, you own Amazon, you can never say God did not bless you. You can't. So therefore, this money was designed for, it had another purpose. It had another purpose that you're not aware of. And that's the purpose of this money. Now imagine someone has this amount of money. Imagine it's Bill Gates. And Bill Gates has all this money just sitting in the bank just so that he can feel good. And he's not using this money to help people. Now, how do someone have that kind of money and don't want to help? And how do they train themselves to refine their character because they're cheap? So how do I undo that? How do I become or not become cheap? How do I get rid of that? Well, this is how you start. This was the story. Now imagine this is Bill Gates. He has all this money. He came to, and this holy man came to him and said, listen, you have all this money. There's another reason behind this. You need to start giving to charity, to helping people, because that's the purpose of this money, is to help you. You're thinking by you giving to charity, you're helping them. No, that money is to help you to get into heaven. But how do I break this cycle? I can't give money. I'm cheap. Well, the man said to Bill Gates, we're going to use him as an example, can you give $1 a day? Bill Gates said, sure. $1? Are you kidding? Okay, I'll give $1 a day. So he done it for a week. 7 days passed, he gave $1 a day. So he gave $7 a day. Then he went to the holy man and said, hey, I gave $7 away. I said, good job. Now let me ask you, can you give $2 a day? Oh, come on, holy man. $2? Are you kidding? That's nothing. I'll give $2 a day. So he gave $2 a day for another week. So he returns to the holy man again. So yeah, no problem. He's proud because it was not a big deal. Then the holy man said, can you give $10 a day? $10, nothing. No problem. Another week passed by, he gave $10. Returned to the holy man, and he says, can you give $30 a day? No problem. He gave $30 a day. Now you see where I'm going with this? Because the more you do something, it becomes you. It becomes you. So slowly by slowly, this man was able to start to giving millions of dollars. But it took time. But look how much he started off with. He started off with $1 to break away from this character trait that he could not give. He was stingy. He went from being stingy to a man now who is giving away millions of dollars a year. How was that possible? By doing little by little. Do not take on something huge at one time. It does not work. It's like people who try to go cold turkey, trying to stop smoking or stop drinking. Does it work? They fail. They fail because it's a progression. It takes time, little by little, pieces at pieces, pieces by pieces, until you get to your destination. Okay? Like they say, Rome was not built in one day. Again, you're not going to get there in one day. Do not rush it. Take your time. But as long as you're doing it, you're being consistent, you will get there. Now, how about someone who gets angry? How do I get rid of my anger? How do I do that? Now, I'm going to tell you something that will help you to keep in mind what it means to get angry. When you get angry, God says you are now God because you're God. I leave you. So God flee away from you and leave you to do whatever you want to do because now you become an idol worship because you're worshiping yourself. Because, hey, I'm God. I can get angry if I want to. I can say and do whatever I want to do. God leaves you. If you notice, most people, a lot of people who gets into trouble, who's in prison, was over anger. What happened is when you get angry, God leaves you. There's something in you that leaves. There's a common sense. There's a spirit, which is God. He flee from you. And when you get angry, you have no mercy. Think about it. When you get angry, don't you feel like killing somebody? You really want to kill that person. You feel you got to take out revenge. You feel like, hey, I'm going to go after him. Even after the person's gone, you don't want to let go. You're still angry. You're looking for him. You're searching for him. Because why? Because the part that was holding you left you, and now you've been consumed by this anger, which is called idol worshiping, because you're becoming God now, and now you have no mercy on this person. So the moment you see this person, bam, you shoot him, you hit them, or you curse them out and you have no mercy on this person. You let everything out on them. And that is a horrible place to be if you have anger issue. That's a very dangerous place. And if you happen to die and not correct that, you have some serious issues you have no idea you're going to be facing. Because again, we're here to fix these character traits. We will talk about these different traits, how to fix them. Just like I gave you an example about being stingy. But again, you're here to refine your character, to become a softer person, to emulate who God is, to be like him. But again, this is not something that's going to happen overnight. So do not get discouraged. Do not say, oh, I was doing good for the first week and I got angry. It's okay. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Little by little. Give a dollar here, give a dollar there. Keep going. Little by little, you're going to get to your destination. But remember, you cannot get ahead of yourself because it does not work. This is a progression. It's going to take time for you to get where you want to be. Okay? So we're going to be discovering or discussing different character traits, how to refine them, because this is what we're here for, to refine these character traits. So the first thing you want to do is find out, what is it about me most people don't like? Find that out. Once you know, that's where you start. That's your first point. That's the number one thing God wants you to fix. Again, find out the character or the thing about you people dislike. That's the number one thing God wants you to fix, leaving this world. Do not leave this world without fixing this, because if you do, you will be held accountable and guilty for it, because this is why you're here, to fix these character traits. So again, we're going to be doing tons of videos on character refinement, character development. What does it mean? Because it's designed to make you a human being, to be the man that you were created to be. But without this information, you can never be. Without this, you don't know you have flaws. You think you're okay. Everybody thinks they're okay, but we're not. We are not okay. Everybody has something about them they need to fix. Everybody has something about them. And the problem why the world looks the way it does is because everybody has something to fix about themselves and no one wants to fix it. Why do you think there's a war going on? Pudding has things about himself. He has ego. He has other issues, but he doesn't want to fix it. He doesn't want to fix it. He's fighting over dirt. That's what he's fighting over. Dirt. To get more piece of dirt. Why would you kill people over dirt? That doesn't even make sense, does it? It's insane. I'm going to kill you over dirt. And this is the thing is, because why? This man did not refine his character. If he had, that's how he would look at it. I'm going to kill thousands of people over dirt. Makes no sense. So again, we all have our issues, every one of us. And the only way to know, the person close to you will tell you what it is about you they dislike the most, and that's where you begin. I ask you, share these videos with other people because they need to know this, why they are here. They need this information to change their lives. Because again, you better not leave this world without refining your character, without fixing the things you were sent here to fix. You were sent here on a mission, on a purpose. So you need to fix these things. So share this video with family, with friends, subscribe, church people, if you know church people, Christian who are, the older people who are in the church, share this video with them. Let them listen to it because, again, we don't want to leave this world without refining our character. I thank God for all of you and all of you who are listening to this. You having the opportunity to change who you are. To when you leave here, you're going to be someone different when you stand before God. Thank you all. God bless you, and I'll see you next time.